latest episode of The Interview, Ayesha caught up with pharma major Aurobindo Pharma to understand what their Capex plan is, new launches and deals on the cards going ahead. Here's an excerpt of that conversation.
What we said is we will not put any new greenfield or brownfield expansion unless otherwise it has already been committed, right? What is happening is this greenfield or the brownfield, it takes a lot of gestation period. No, it takes more than 3 years like that. So we thought we'll give you a small pause and then try to ramp up the existing investments we have done so that we'll be able to add shareholder value. That is what we have done.
How long before we see any capex?
No, we will be doing normal capex, which will be somewhere around maybe around 150 to 200 million, which will be the sustenance capital which we will be incurring it, and the one which we have already committed. See, you have to understand the fact that we are already having more than 30 plans, and some of the plans are, we are also increasing the capacity on every plant by about 10 to 15% like that. So that capex will be done. We will not go and then put a new capex and start the process start the process as a whole. That is what we meant.
Right. Venu, injectables, they've become a major focus area for you all now. How large can this business get for Aurobindo, say, over the next 3 to 5 years?
I'm sure in 3 to 5 years, today we are somewhere around 500 plus. 3 to 5 years, we should be going around, I think, in my view, we should be crossing easily 800 to 800 plus.
Right. Mr. Subramanian, return on equity, that's also improved very sharply, and you've got a very happy shareholder.
We are focusing on that. It'll move up consistently. Now it'll start moving up.
Right. So I did want to talk about, the return on equity, Mr. Santhanam. What's driving this uplift, and can it be maintained without margin dilution or risks?
I think it can be maintained. We are working on that. I will not be able to tell you anything right now, but certainly it is on the top of the agenda, and we are working on that.
Can you share more on the Merck CDMO partnership? What kind of scale and revenue visibility does it offer?
Well, what has been said is probably next year, Q2 27, sometime like that, we will be able to install the plant. And after that, it will take a year, probably by Q2 28. Probably we will, Q2, Q3 of that year, we will start the plan. And maybe you can see the full impact of it in the year ending FY29.
Right. Venu, tell me, what about the Lanet acquisition? How's that progressing? Has it started materially strengthening your US footprint yet?
Obviously, this is one thing which we have been aiming for, and we are working on that to get the necessary approvals from the regulatory authorities. Hopefully, everything goes well. We'll be able to get it sometime in Q4. And we are very excited about that investment because as you see it, again, the capacity of around 4 billion, the capacity which is being used is around 1.4 billion. So there is a lot of opportunities there to improve upon the performance, and that is going to play a big role maybe in the next 2 to 3 years.
You didn't want to give us numbers, would you? What's the visibility like?
Yeah, see, today they have been doing around 300 million with a capacity of around 35 to 40%, 35%, right? And you work it out, how much it can go.
Venu, I want to talk a little bit more about, global diversification. Aurobindo's portfolio now cuts across Pen-G, injectables, biosimilars, CDMO. Tell me, how is it that you prioritize capital and leadership bandwidth across so many growth engines?
Sure. See, if you look back where we started off as a plain vanilla generics player, And in the process, our design of our footprint is 9 Western European geography, 8 of these plus Poland. And this addresses 32 billions of the total overall 37 billion European generic market. Means, we are present in all major markets and covering the population. And from there, now we have started going towards differentiated offerings, novelty and related generics, which will be the products for the coming period, whether it is inhalation products, injectables, oncologicals, biosimilars, and patches. So this way we are able to offer a wider range of products as stated by you, and the teams are well set and well trained or well tuned to derive the best mileage out of these differentiated offerings.
What do you have to say about the competitive landscape? Because, we're in the midst of a global reset in terms of how trade and businesses are run. I mean, global pharma majors are refocusing on supply security, on cost efficiency. Tell me, where does Aurobindo see its competitive edge? Is it going to be scale? Is it going to be cost base? Or is it going to be the pipeline that you have?
Again, it is a mix of all three. The range of products what we are offering, a very wide portfolio, and we are not just sticking to the in-house developments. Wherever needed, we are investing in licensing a portfolio of products or specific brands, as well as supply chain efficiency that has been considerably ramped up, and turnaround time at Malta, because every single batch coming from India needs to be tested and released for sale. So here we have particularly focused. In the process, we are able to save on working capital lockup, at the same time availing the market opportunities. And again, as I said, major markets are being well tapped. Just to give you a little more color, in the 9 markets with the front-end infrastructure where we are operating in 8 of these, we are in the top 10 ranking. 4 out of 8, we are in the top 5 ranking. So that speaks for itself. When we are talking of big pharma majors who have been ahead of us for a long period, Aurobindo has been able to stamp its class by moving up the ladder. And globally, this is the data vetted by Generics Bulletin. In the top 50 global generics companies, Aurobindo is ranked number 9, and in the European space, we are ranked number 7, and India is number 1.
But, Venu, with such a large Europe exposure, how is it that you're managing currency volatility and pricing pressure in your consolidated margins?
That is a challenge, and Europe challenges are quite a few. It is not just the price pressure, because we are operating in a market where we are answerable to multiple regulators, the European Commission, European Medicine Agency, European Parliament. There are newer challenges like the Urban Wastewater Treatment Directive or the Critical Medicine Act. So many things are happening. In addition, whether it is a Suez Transit, nitrosamines related challenges. So all these are there, but the only thing is the organization, the management has invested extensively towards overcoming these challenges. And we, as the personnel who are operating in the European market, are also rising up to the challenge. And in the process, we are availing the opportunities that is available in the market. And wherever price pressure is there, we definitely try to hold back on some sale, availing the opportunity. At the same time, this is a mix. Not every single product will eat the same margin, and we should be aware of that.
Mr. Subramanian, what is the innovation roadmap looking like? Because, like Venu was saying, what started off as generics has gone way beyond that. It's biosimilars. There are other plans to set up R&D towards, say, complex molecules or specialty products next.
Yeah, as you seen, Aisha, we have been continuously incurring more than 5% in the R&D, and not only that, we have been embarking. We have totally 9 R&D R&D centers, and multiple and many of them on different places. Nowadays, we are focusing more on the respiratory, dermatology, biosimilars, CDMO, all these multiple areas we have been embarking on by different teams at different places. So the once you aggregate everything, you can see the full result coming at some point of time very nicely. And another point which I want to say, we also last year entered into a R&D strategic alliance with a global pharma major in terms of one of the respiratory segments, and that is also going to help us out in the coming years. So these are all the things which is helping us and which will help us in the future also going forward, translating into very good performance coming years.
Just to add here, 4 of the 9 R&D centers set by Subbu are in the US, focusing on high technology